Saa ingine unatukanwa, lazima kuvumilia. Moyo ametukanwa mara ngapi?
Pass a law to stop these people from insulting all of us left, right, and center. But then, it was taken to court, and the court decided it was unconstitutional.
Wangenipatia hiyo docket hiyo ya usalama siku 3 peke yake. Hiyo watoto na ujinga hiyo ya kuchora vitu kwa manini itaisha. Kwa sababu lazima tu, hakuna inji inaongozwa na upuzi.
In the recent days, we have seen how in Kenya, people have just been abducted for the reason being that they insulted the president using this kind of memes.
Kasongo, yeah. Mombali nanga. Kasongo, mbona we.
In today's video, we are going to compare how this president have reacted to social media bullying and these attacks, especially when social media wasn't that serious. First of all, we are going to start with the late President Moi.
Saa ingine unatukanwa, lazima kuvumilia. Moi ametukanwa mara ngapi? Kama ningekuwa na roho kama ya panya, siningali kuisha tuba nyingi. Saa ingine unatukanwa,
once said that if
lazima
he had
kuvumilia.
bad heart, then
Moi
he
ametukanwa mara
dealt
ngapi?
with these critics so much. He could have killed
Kama ningekuwa
majority
na
of
roho
the
kama
people,
ya
but
panya,
it's matter of having patience and
siningali
just
kuisha tuba
letting
nyingi.
these things
Saa
go
ingine
because they're a
unatukanwa,
matter of time.
lazima
Bullying has been
kuvumilia.
existing
Moi
in social
ametukanwa
media,
mara
and
ngapi?
we have seen many forms of government
Kama ningekuwa
critics
na
and
roho
many
kama ya
methods which
panya,
have been utilized to condemn
siningali
how
kuisha
the
tuba nyingi.
government of the
Saa
day
ingine
has been doing
unatukanwa,
their thing. In the
lazima
current day,
kuvumilia.
we have seen
Moi
our
ametukanwa
President
mara
William
ngapi?
Ruto has faced the challenge. However, his
Kama
method
ningekuwa
has
na
been
roho
very
kama ya
ruthless
panya,
and had many people in the
siningali
public
kuisha
crying,
tuba nyingi.
saying that
Saa
their
ingine
kings
unatukanwa,
are being abducted,
lazima
their kings are
kuvumilia.
missing,
Moi
their people
ametukanwa
have
mara
just
ngapi?
gone into exile because of just
Kama
being the
ningekuwa na roho
opposers
kama
of
ya
the Kenya
panya,
Kwanza regime. Look at how
siningali
Bill
kuisha tuba
Kibet
nyingi.
was
Saa
handled.
ingine
He has just been
unatukanwa,
released, but many people
lazima
don't
kuvumilia.
believe that
Moi
this guy
ametukanwa
is
mara ngapi?
okay. What do you think is happening as of the moment?
Kama
Why this? Look, for instance, a case yesterday of a young man called Kibet. He says he appears somewhere in Rwanda, and he's been partying the whole night. And yesterday he found his way to Nakuru. Look at the faces of the people who have been released, as it is said. They look very clean. They don't look hungry. They look well shaven. They look people who have been somewhere. You cannot be released by abductors and still attend some disco in Rwanda. It is impossible. And you've been away for 15 days. And you still look clean, and you still look comfortable to go and dance a night away. Let us be very honest with the people of this country. Someone is playing a game. It looks to me that someone was staging an act to trigger a series of events, to trigger a series of activities. In my view, and I really hold, and even in my committee, I think it is our responsibility as members of parliament to invite the ministers to shed light on what is happening. But even before we do that, I want to call upon the Director of Criminal Investigation to go further, invite these young men who were released yesterday.
Okay, they're already
and
writing.
do interrogation to find out exactly what happened. And if it is possible, do it public, and so that we know what has happened.
Over in Ruto's regime, we have seen how people and politicians of the day who are allied to President William Ruto have come out to defend the president, citing that it is the young people who are abducting themselves for money. Some say they are lacking morals. We have even seen somebody saying that if he was the Ministry of Interior Cabinet Secretary, he could have dealt with these young people even in a more ruthless way. Within 3 days, these people could be silent. These people could just be quiet. Just imagine that kind of advice is what is being given to a president who is sitting. We have seen a lot of condemnation to the way these things are being done. We have seen a lot of people coming out to say that no, this is not the way these things should go. You just have patience. We saw how President the late Kibaki dealt with this kind of critics. We have seen a lot of ways which these people are coming out to hold clutch out of these people. But during the President William administration, we have seen that in just 1 year, a very short period of 9 months, Many young people have been abducted, many young people have been taken to exile, citing the question, how are we safe? However, this is how a former president said about the bullies and critics.
When I see Jay, if I can just take a little break here, you know, I found it very interesting. I saw you were very angry today, especially with one group in our society called bloggers. You know, and I remember there was a time, you know, we wanted to pass a law to stop these people from insulting all of us left, right, and center. But then, you know, it was taken to court, and the court decided it was unconstitutional. So just like the rest of us, get used to it, because you'll have to just get used to it. There's not much else we can do. We just move on.
President Uhuru Kenyatta even said that he is tired of this online space and he is going to take a break. He took a break from Twitter because he was being bashed, he was being abused, he was getting a lot of hurts and insults towards his account because he is the president, and some of the president's opinions were really not in favor with majority of the Kenyans at the moment, and they forced him go to other apps, but he moved out of Twitter. Then look at how these things are happening in President William Ruto of the administration. Within a very short time, things are going worse. People are complaining, people are crying that he is dealing with the critics in a very ruthless way. Many young Kenyans have been abducted and they have been held hostage for more than 2 weeks, where some of them who came out, they were very quiet. They really never talked a lot about things which they underwent. They were very traumatized.
I saw you were very angry today, especially with one group in our society called bloggers. You know, and I remember there was a time, you know, we wanted to pass a law to stop these people from insulting all of us left, right, and center. But then, you know, it was taken to court, and the court decided it was unconstitutional. So just like the rest of us, get used to it, because you'll have to just get used to it. There's not much else we can do. We just move on.
Saa ingine unatukanwa, lazima kuvumilia. Moyo ametukanwa mara ngapi? Kama ningekuwa na roho kama ya panya, si ningali kuisha tupa nyinyi.